final draft of the Bangsamoro Basic Law has finally hurdled the House Committee. The panel, chaired by Cagayan de Oro Solon Rufus Rodriguez, this afternoon voted 48-18 with one abstention to approve the proposed basic law for the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. The legislation formalizes the creation of a new political entity that will replace the existing autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao. More of this report from Freddie Abando.
It took 51 deliberations in September last year for the House Ad Hoc Committee on the Bangsamoro, chaired by Congressman Rufus Rodriguez, to finally approve the draft Moro Basic Law to implement the peace agreement signed by the government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front. 50 voted in favor of the draft law, 17 were against, 1 abstained.
Ito hong tagumpay ng BBL version na ito sa komiting ito ay isang malaking hakbang. Bahagi din po ito ng sarili nating paglalakbay para sa paghahanap ng tunay na kapayapaan, buong social justice at human development.
I say yes today because the BBL is a recognition of our right to self-determination. Nothing in this law is new to us. It does not change our history. It does not change the fact that we are a people entitled to our right to self-determination. Nothing in this law gives us anything new. Nothing is given which is not ours hundreds of years ago. So I vote yes today, but still with reservations, because I believe that there is still room for improvement.
There were 95 provisions to the deletion of 3. The provision on the creation of the office of the Wali as the titular head of the Bangsamoro and the coordination protocols between the national and Bangsa governments on security and defense. Section 1 of Article 1. Instead of the Bangsamoro Basic Law, it is now cited as the Bangsa Basic Law of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. Section 2, the name of the political entity has been changed from the Bangsamoro to the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. The provisions which constitutional bodies to include the Commissions on Audit, COMELEC, Civil Service, Human Rights, and the Office of the Ombudsman were revised to ensure compliance with the Constitution.
My dear colleagues, our vote this afternoon is a historic vote to fully address the centuries of inherited disadvantages inflicted on our Muslim brothers and sisters, to erase accretions of antipathies against our Muslim brothers, and an affirmative action to fully correct the centuries of neglect and injustices inflicted on our Muslim sector. I am from Mindanao, and I wish to see the day that children of our Muslim brothers and sisters will have the same opportunities as the children of Christian communities, to have good education, good health, employment opportunities, and that they not be judged by their culture or religion, but as persons with human dignity. I wish to see the day in Mindanao that no one will be left behind. Our Muslim brothers should be with us to enjoy the development, the blessings of development in our beautiful island of Mindanao. And that is why I support this bill. I have voted yes for this bill.
The members of the committee from the Zamboanga, led by Congressman Celso Lobligat, to include Zamboanga City, Del Norte, and Del Sur, plus Sibugay, voted against due to the opt-in provisions, since the people in these areas voted not to be included in the arm in past plebiscites. Magdalo Party List Congressman Gary Alejano also voted no, given the failure of the MILF to surrender their fighters named by the Justice Committee to have participated in the Mama Sapano incident where 60 people died, to include 44 SAF troopers. Alejano his concern on the implementation of the normalization and demobilization of all MILF forces.
At hanggang po ngayon, wala pa rin pong nakasuhan na miyembro ng MILF at wala pa rin po tayong na-achieve na hustisya para doon sa mga namatay nating kasamahang SAF na kung saan kasama po ang MILF.
Today's vote was a historic one for members of the House who were part of the Muslim rebellion from the start. Sulu Congressman Tupay Luong expressed the gratitude of the Bangsamoro president's resolve to win the peace in Muslim Mindanao. Luong was among the first to fight the government in 1972. He now dreams of a better future for our Muslim brothers.
The president really sincerely determined to support this bill in all his open declaration, in all forum, that he don't want this BBL to fail because he believed this is an instrument of peace. This is the end of the injustice of the Bangsamoro people since the time immemorial. And with the approval of the committee of this, as an initial success of this BBL, we feel that there is now a fresh hope on the part of the Bangsamoro people.
The draft law will now be referred to the House Committees on Appropriation, Ways and Means to discuss the block grant and revenue measures to fund the development of the proposed Moro Autonomous Region. The final stop is the plenary debates to approve the measure by June 11 before Congress adjourns sine die. For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.